So I know the first thing you may have thought to yourself was you're wrong, or hot, but I'm sticking to my word. A lot of people think Wolf is their worst title track, but to me, Love Me Right is their weakest track. I can never remember what the music video looks like or any key points in the choreography. And I don't get a rush of excitement when the song comes on. The only line I can ever remember is "Shawty I'm a party till the sundown," and I low-key hate that line. Sorry Sehun. But Love Me Right is easily one of my favorite album repackages. So there's a lot of conversation about who is the worst company out of the big three, or the pros and cons of each company. But I personally don't see people talk about one of JYPE's cons, which is that they can't equally promote their idols. I do see a lot of conversation about JYPE not properly promoting their boy groups. However, in this opinion I mean specifically idols in the groups. Keep in mind that this is mostly from an outsider perspective. In every group there's at least 2 members, who everyone knows, and the rest are kind of left to the dust. It's really just a whole lot of blank and friends. For example, Suzy and Miss A, Sunmi, and the Wonder Girls, or Jackson and GOT7. I mean, it was only a couple of weeks ago that I learned that Chaeyoung and Jeonjian were even a part of TWICE. Also, I do recognize this is also probably in other companies, of course. But I see it most drastically in JYPE. I think Astro should definitely be in the conversation when it comes to top-tier stage presence and choreography. Astro never fails to draw your attention and fill up the stage. Whether it's a ballad or upbeat song, the members always show passion and smile, and overall look like they're happy to be on stage. Along with singing, dancing, and rapping, the members always act along with the song with their facial expressions and hand motions. Their choreography is always well polished and synchronized, but also playful, unique and energized. They also almost always play off each other when performing instead of being separate on stage.
이쪽이요! 예! 철저한 검증을 통해서 입수식을 해야지. 맨날 되겠나? 이 친구들이 NCT인지 그립인지 시트폰인지 내가 어떻게 하는가?
아니면 저희가 최근에 활동했던 곡으로 무대를 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
정말 NCT라면 본인들 노래와 또 안무를 확실히 갖고 있겠지. 자, 그러면 우리가 간단하게 보도록 하겠네.
바로 하자.
A lot of tricks and jumps and stuff in boy groups, and very rarely in girl groups, and frankly I think we're missing out. Like, imagine groups like Mamamoo, TWICE, or Red Velvet kicking up a storm in a music video. Also, since I'm using K-Tiger Zero as a background, I'd like to express my want for more co-ed groups. I think their music and choreography is able to explore possibilities compared to only boy or only girl groups. I wouldn't even mind if it wasn't a completely new group. We already have a Super M, why not a Super FM? A lot of fans don't like Rookie, and for me it depends on the day, but Rookie choreo is something else, and I believe it's being slept on. Unacceptable. This choreo really just said shut up and watch before I step on you, nerd. Rookie is easily one of their hardest choreos, and it's so technically and visually mesmerizing. I believe that fans have a lot of power over groups, but there comes to a point when companies and idols need to keep the fans in line. However, I think this comes down to a transparency thing. If idols and companies were more open about what they think is okay or not, I think we'd see less scandals or toxic fans. I believe that quote-unquote toxic fans don't really see how they can harm others and idols. I don't know, I just hate to see things being blown to outrageous scales, and I hate having to see idols beg for a little respect and privacy, something they should already have.
I have been looking for my job lately, cause I don't dream maybe 기기가 땡기기만 하지 내 생각을 보니 무시다가 지나치면 바로 엘라가려 All of my problem 너와 멀어지게 땡기기다
Feel like high notes followed by like an ad-lib in songs is becoming increasingly popular, and it's starting to become just as boring as dance breaks in award shows. Although I'm a big SM stan, so high notes are obviously going to be done more, since SM is known for their vocals. However, it's starting to feel as though high notes are a necessity in every song, and it makes some songs feel tacky. Especially when the high note isn't even that high, and you can tell the singer is struggling to get there. Or if a high note is too short or too long, like thanks, but no thanks. I know what I'm asking for is the perfect high note, so don't take this too seriously. Personally don't see a lot of interaction between Korean or Asian and international fans. Granted, the only source of social media I have is YouTube, so anyways, whenever a scandal or some sort of incident happens, there's usually a divide between us because of our different points of views and perspectives. They often talk about educating idols after they've done something wrong, but I think educating fans should also be brought up. However, it's also important to understand that if we don't bother to understand a topic, or if we don't know the significance behind something, that it's best we don't say anything. I don't know everything about Asian culture, so how can I expect Asian fans and idols to know everything about Western culture? I also think, if we looked out for each other, there would be less of a problem with entertainment companies. For example, I believe there was a point when Korean fans realized that SM wasn't putting out English translations or other translations for international fans, and they got upset about it. My point is, I just wish we were more aware of each other. A high number of views on a video brings attention to them, so I'm not saying you should stop watching them. I believe streaming is one of the easiest and best ways fans are able to promote their group. However, I believe that the most authentic view counts are seen in the first 48 to 72 hours. I know not everyone can watch or finds out about a song right after it comes out, but it's hard to tell after 72-ish hours what views are authentic and what views are just streams. Of course, there are always exceptions, such as if a music video suddenly gets a surge in popular after promotions are finished. I don't think any of my opinions were particularly scandalous, but to end on a light note, I'd love it if the camera people focused on the background dancers too. They're typically a pivotal point in the choreo, and when given proper dance, they really add something special to the stage. Granted, it doesn't help that they're typically dressed in black or other colors to blend into the background. Some of my recent favorite uses of background dancers would probably Idol's Lion and Solar Spit It Out.
I want you to pick the right one. What
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wait, I don't think that was the right one.